Okay, this is me. Now I like to use this blueberry for my peach cobbler. You can use any of them. I mean, this just happens to be one of them that I like. You can get the little white cake or the yellow cake, whichever you prefer. For me, it's this. My mother likes to do one, you know, with the yellow cake mix. Just a little easier to do your thingy thing. Now you can actually just take this and pour it all over the top of your peaches, and you put your peaches in whatever you want to. Now you can take and do your cake or whatever on the top of your peaches. This is how Sweet Daddy does it. Okay, just gonna open this and put it in a little mixing bowl. And so we got that, and I like to add some cinnamon, whatever kind of cinnamon you want to do. Just do a little of something like that. It doesn't matter. You know, a little bit more if you want to, whatever. All right. I'm gonna take this is brown sugar, light brown sugar. I'm gonna take and put some of that in here. I don't know what that is. Probably 1/3 of a cup. I'll put in a little bit more because I kind of like it that way. You can add nuts to this as well, like pecans, walnuts, and I like that sometimes. I just don't really have it, so I'm not going to use it. Now we got some oats. Quick oats work well because it's done already. You don't have to worry about actually, you know, cooking down. And I'll put in about, oh, I don't know, 1/4 cup, maybe a little more, maybe 1/3 of a cup. Now I got all that stuff. I got a mess too, but so I got all that stuff in my bowl here. And take a little cooking oil is what I like to do, because it's just a little binder, about a tablespoon. I just move it all around in there. You can do it with your hand, or you can do it with a fork. I'm just going to use a little fork, and I'm just going to kind of stir it around. Doesn't have to be stirred in too well. You kind of want this to lump up a little bit. Get it to lump up in spots, and that gives you your little pocket of crunchy little so-and-sos. And the brown sugar wants to do it anyhow, just by its nature. Alright, now I'll put the fork right there. And I'm just going to make a couple of those little nothings, little crunch stuffs. See, like, see, little, it comes out little pieces like that, and it'll be all over the place in there. So we got that. Now this is really enough for the big can. I just have a little can in here because I live alone. I mean, unless I'm feeding more people than myself, I don't want to make too much, because I'll eat it. So I'm trying to watch my girlish figure. So what I'll do with this is I'll just sprinkle it around, go around the sides. Notice I don't put any liquid in it, because there's liquid in the peach, and the peaches that I threw up in here. And that's going to go down and cook some of the whatever. I got the blueberry, if you use the cake or whatever. It's going to cook inside of that. It's going to boil up and sweeten up and do something to those peaches that are going to be kick butt. Now I have some little blueberries in here, some little crunchy pieces. I don't need to put the whole thing because, like I say, it's enough to do a big can. So I will just take some of these little pieces, little crunchy pieces I call it, little pieces that kind of coagulated together. I'm just throwing that on top here. But I still have a lot more of the cake mix. You can do whatever you want with that. You can add a little, I think water goes with that. You put a little water in it and mix it up. Make you a pancake. Ooh, pancake in the morning. It's gonna have some little crunchy crunches in there too. Okay, now that is done. And I have some butter that I've cut up into little pieces. Let me wash my hands here. All right. Wasn't that fun? Okay. Again, I cut me up some butter. Real butter. I just don't do the margarine. Just doesn't appeal to me, but whatever you want. But you're going to want to have it cold. And this has been in the freezer for a while. See, I cut it into little pieces and I just throw that all over the top of this thing. And this is about a half of a stick of butter that I got. Naturally, if you do a bigger can, the big can, you're gonna, do the butter accordingly. And the butter's gonna melt slower with it being frozen, and that's what you want it to do. Just ease up and slow down a little bit, and it'll crunch itself up in those little places. And there we go. That's gonna do it. And it looks like a lot of butter, but believe me, when you're baking something, a half a stick of butter is really nothing. It's like your cake, your icing would be at least a whole, if not more, a pack of butter. And if you're doing the cake, you're gonna throw some butter in there. Butter's a wonderful thing. Let me show you the top of this. There we go. That's what it's gonna look like, or thereabouts. And I have my my oven at 375. And that's it. And you can see through, if you can see through your oven. Some people can't because they don't have one. Some can't because they don't want to clean the winder, which I actually clean with some baking soda. Some people put baking soda in the fridge, to absorb the odors. Well, I'll use that after it runs its course and mix it with a little bit of vinegar. I'm sorry, a little bit of water. The vinegar is something else. A little bit of water and make a paste out of it and rub it on the window and leave it there for about 20 or 30 minutes and just wipe it off and get you a little sponge and wipe it off with water. And it just cleans itself. It's really easy. You don't have to scrub it or anything. And that's going to do it for the peach cobbler. Being there until it gets done. I don't know what to tell you. Maybe 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes. Whenever it looks good to you, whenever it's brown on the top, that's it. Pull it out, and you don't even have to let it sit. I'd say let it sit for about 5 minutes or it's going to kill your tongue. But you're good to go then, and you're going to thank me for it. Over and out.